Might need a step next time. I got a lot of girth for making up there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mr. Doug Morgan. Doug Morgan. All right, moving right along to the next comic. I'd like to talk about this guy before I introduce him. When I was doing my show at the Groski Tavern, I had this guy messaging me, telling me he wanted to do comedy, he was excited, wanted to do shows. I thought it was some like young kid. And I'm like, sure, yeah, come on up. And then this old bastard walks in. I'm like, oh, you're not young. And I met him that night, he was a little too overeager. Overeager to the point where after the show, I got kind of nervous. And then I really got nervous the next day because he liked everything I posted on Facebook within 30 seconds. I could post something at noon, 5, midnight, 3 a.m. Carlin's liking it 30 seconds later. And I told a buddy of ours, I'm like, I think this guy's stalking me. Well, then I started to think, shit, I do shows with him in Benton County. My biggest fear in life is waking up in some secret room in Carlin's mom's house with duct tape on my mouth and tied up to a bed, and Carlin standing over top of me telling me his shitty jokes. The sex I could take, but his jokes would fucking kill me. But he has been a good friend to me throughout the years, and he celebrated a recent comedy anniversary. How long have you been in now, Carlin? Carlin's been in for 2 years, but he came up tonight, and he is from MacArthur, so he's kind of like our distant cousin we don't like to talk about in Chillicothe, but, you know, anyway, those Benton County people. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my good friend, Mr. Carlin Haggerty.
Thank you very much, Lori. You're a fucking liar. I'll have you know that on June 6, 2012 and April 4, 2013, I did not like what you posted on Facebook. Lori is telling the truth. I was very excited when I got started doing comedy a couple of years ago, and she's been awesome to me. When we got started doing comedy, and I'm a pig and she's a man, and I said, you know, let's have sex. And she said, Carlin, you're a little too old for me. And at the time, she was 39 and I was 46. And I said, too old? And she said, yeah, about 26 years. Lord likes them young. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Mike Horsley, who built this big stand. Where's Mike Horsley at? Raise your hand. You still here? Mike, thank you very much. Mike, is it true that your junk is so big that the gay community in Chillicothe orbits around it? Rumor has it they're looking for Uranus. Hey, I'm so excited for Lori's 4th anniversary. I'm not going to sell my t-shirts at the end of the show. I'm going to give them away. Who wants a Carlin Haggerty t-shirt? I got some of my t-shirts to give away. Who we got? Coming up. Coming up. T-shirts coming. Okay, got a couple more. Hang on. Who wants one? There's one. One more. And they have absolutely nothing on them. Except my DNA. Don't wear them under a black light. A little bit about me. I just celebrated my 48th birthday on Sunday. Thank you. I do live right down the road in MacArthur. I'm single. I don't have any children. I'm pretty financially secure. Before you ladies died this stage, I lived at home with my mommy. Now, living at home with mom means you have to do things a little bit different, car sex. And you have to approach things a little bit different than the rest of you guys do car sex. And as the cars get smaller every year and I get bigger, it's harder and harder to accomplish. And it's a bitch when I got a partner. Mom's out there banging on the hood. Carlin, you ruined the upholstery in the good Ford. Cut it out! It's a mess. But I do live at home with my 77-year-old mom, and I'm really blessed to be able to see her every night. We've got a great relationship. And she wanted to come over tonight. And I said, there's no way in hell, Mother. I said, it'll be kind of embarrassing. It'll be bad language. Kind of like the time we watched porno movies together. They were hers. And I ain't gonna lie, Mom looked pretty good back in the day. Didn't know much about shaving, if you know what I mean, but she looked pretty good. Speaking of shaving, anybody out there cleaning up the area for their date tonight? Anybody take care of a little business down below the equator? Yeah! I got a midget and a man in a dress just going to town back there. Rock on, Dan! Rock on, lady! If you were going to, I'm not going to put anybody on the spot, but if you were going to take care of business down below, what would be the preferred method of attack? Would you go with the trimming, shaving method, or would you go with the foams and chemicals? Trim? Rookie? You don't want to put any sharp objects down there because the skin is very thin and there's blood vessels close to the surface. You will bleed like a stuck hog. My underwear like my sister's period panties when I got done. I went to the Walmarts. Carrie disapproved of that one, sorry dear. I went to the Walmarts and I found in the women's hygienical aisle a blessing and a curse. Liquid napalm in a can. Sally Hansen hair removal foam. And I'm going to tell you kids, this is the answer to all of your sub-equator hair needs. What you want to do with the Sally Hansen hair removal foam, you want to go a little bit over here, you want to go a little over here, a little here, and then you got to get back way behind the boys and take care of downtown if you know what I mean, get the whole job done. But for the love of all that's holy, don't get any Sally Hansen hair removal foam in your hiney hole. You're going to find out two things real quick. How much you love Jesus and how high you can jump. You want to think of the taint as the 38th parallel of the genital ass region. You don't want anything going past that shit. You guys figured out yet? I'm pretty disgusting. I didn't really dawn on me until the other day I'm driving down the road and I realized my favorite smell is stripper glitter and daddy issues. With just a hint of Justin Bieber concert. I'm so disgusting that my idea of a dream date is a girl who's not afraid to get her hands dirty. A finger buried in the second knuckle and somebody jerking my dick like they're trying to co-start a lawnmower. Dream date. Anybody read the 50 Shades of Grey book? Anybody? Pretty good book. It's written about sex and sexuality. It's kind of written for the ladies. And it's written for the ladies' point of view. I'm going to go ahead and write a book for the men. It's called 50 Shades of Just Shuck It. Just Suck It. Actually, it's not a book. It's a pamphlet. Not a lot of instruction needed there. Do we have any veterans in the house? I'd like to raise a drink to all veterans and veterans' families in the house. Here's to those that went before us. I'd like to thank them for their service. I'm a veteran. I saw combat in 1987 in the Battle of Portland, Maine. It was the scariest night of my life. That's the night that the hookers and bartenders almost won. Me, I went out of fighting early with a blowjob. I'll never get the taste of combat out of my mouth. Hey, that's my time. Thank you very much, Chillicothe. I'm Carlin Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen,